Every time I turn around and I listen to Sailor or I listen to a new business idea or a new launch, it's about borrowing against your Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And Bitcoin is pristine collateral. How interest rates on Bitcoin should be far lower than any other interest rate. And so seems to be that's in the zeitgeist right now. People are looking in that direction, and you've actually already built tools or in the process of getting those to market right now. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah. So we built a kind of a fully integrated solution. Like I said, that maintains the non-custodial aspects of, holding your own keys, or in a lot of institutions cases they're using qualified custodians.
Mm-hmm.
So that's fine with us. We don't care. We're just leveraging. We have a setup or framework where you can send Bitcoin to what is essentially like a smart contract, but it's totally in Lightning. So we're leveraging the Lightning peer-to-peer protocol,
Mm-hmm.
the HTLC channel, and we embed a state machine into the Lightning nodes, so that commands the collateral movement of that, whatever the liquidity is in the channel. So that will maintain, whatever the position that it's targeting or, set to target by the terms of the contract. And so it's totally hands-free as far as we're concerned. We can do very customizable, bespoke contracts, and this is all off-chain. So it's very private from a peer-to-peer perspective, because those are the only parties that know what's transpiring within that channel, because we're not broadcasting it throughout the network. Or we're actually not using the Lightning network per se at all. We're just isolating that channel for this.
So it's a matter of finding the smart contract you want to work with at a specific node, right? It's not, that smart contract's living on one node. Is that correct?
Yeah, or on both nodes, on both counterparty sides.
Oh, it is? Okay.
So it's checking against itself. So you couldn't change the terms on your side, and then...
Because that would invalidate the contract.
Right.
Okay. Interesting. So I'm not technical, so I'm trying to wrap my brain around this.
That's fine.
So you've got a contract. Let's say a simple agreement. Says I want to lend X amount of BTC for X amount of a loan funded in stable coins, for instance. Explain to me what part of that contract lives on what node. Yeah, and how it communicates with each other.
Yeah. So that's where we leverage the Lightning protocol, because that sets up that kind of unique peer-to-peer channel of communication and payment. So what we've created is a state machine that can be embedded into the Lightning nodes, so it knows how to leverage the Lightning protocol to facilitate the payments back and forth. So what we're doing is you embed the contract terms, right? Lending and borrow situation, but we're working on other financial contracts as well. But once that's done, then essentially the borrower just sends Bitcoin. The Lightning channel is instituted between the two nodes, and then the contract terms are then correlated to Lightning payments, essentially. And our whole system is set up to where we're utilizing what's called watch-only nodes on Lightning, which don't have the key or don't have a wallet. It's just watching the channel, almost like a watchtower. But it's able to assess how much liquidity is on each side, essentially, and then the state machine makes the mark-to-market calculations in real time, and then sends the payment request to what's called a remote signer, which is, and we're partnered up with Voltage, where they're running those nodes, and they're non-custodial. So you set up, or we have the whole onboarding process sets you up with a node with your own password and username. So only you have access to those keys, and we don't by design. But then our watch-only node is making those requests to the remote signers.
I see.
In order to facilitate the transactions between the two.
Right. So if more collateral needed to come in, it's basically sending a message to that node where the other side of that contract could push in more collateral with their own private keys.
Yep.
Or vice versa.
And vice versa, yeah.
Oh, that's really cool. So it's like, and this is probably totally the wrong term, but like the state machine's almost like an oracle that's saying this is the current status, and therefore these inputs need to change.
Yeah.
That's very cool. No blockchain.
No blockchain necessary, except Bitcoin for this, for the final settlement.
Mm-hmm.
But and it's all native to Bitcoin too, so there's no other token or swapping or anything, bridging. No, nothing else is necessary. You just send a Bitcoin payment. It activates. We automatically institute the Lightning channel. Everything happens upon the termination of the contract. The channel closes, and then whatever the liquidity is on either side gets sent back out to a predetermined address that you set up.
That's really cool. So let me ask you about this, because the first thing that comes to mind is the limitation on the dollar amounts in Lightning.
Yeah.
But is that still a limitation, or is it? No, because
there's no constraint, because we're not leveraging liquidity.
You're not leveraging
network.
the whole network.
Right. It's just
peer-to-peer. So these could be big loans that get funded.
Yeah, we're like talking to institutions that are looking to do.
Oh, that is amazing.
Hundreds of millions to billions.
Wow. That's a game changer.
So you've heard Bitcoin is the new gold rush by now. As world leaders on all sides have endorsed it as the future of money, and now you're looking to get started, we'll show you how. It's actually easier than you think. First, go to your nearest Byte Federal ATM and turn your cash to coin. Byte Federal has over 1,200 locations around the country with the highest daily limits. Go to our website, bytefederal.com, to find the nearest ATM to you. Log in to any wallet, then create an account, deposit your US cash, and instantly convert it to Bitcoin. That's it. We are the only US manufacturer and operator in the Bitcoin ATM industry, and our US-based live customer service is second to none. Go on, give it a whirl, and don't get left behind. Click the link below.